Qualcomm is not waiting for the industry to catch up with it on 5G. The company led with many technologies in the past and are not interested in waiting for the rest of the industry to catch up with them. They are continuing to push forward with the technologies they believe will move the industry forward with the 3GPP 5G NR standard into Release 16, 17, 18 and beyond. 5G's rollout is faster than anyone had anticipated, even though lots of sentiment seems to say that it isn't fast enough. Regardless, it is much faster than 3G or 4G were and will deliver significant improvements. 5G's foundations are firmly rooted in 4G, which is why Qualcomm has done so well in deploying 5G. Their past success with deploying 4G is not trivial. Wave is not going everywhere. In fact, more countries, Russia and Japan for example, are adopting Wave, and we believe that there is no doubt that Wave will be deployed in nearly every country in the densest environments. A mixture of spectrum is what success in 5G looks like. EMBB is just the beginning. There are lots of massive IoT and low latency (EURLLC) features coming that will make 5G even more applicable in more places, as was promised. Unlicensed spectrum and dynamic spectrum sharing are going to have significant roles in 5G, and unlicensed will likely be very popular in private 5G networks. The benefits to consumers will be dwarfed by the opportunities that 5G will bring to businesses both big and small, with more configurable factories, smarter IoT and faster connections. Qualcomm is investing heavily in enabling Wave to be more powerful and improve the beam-forming capabilities of both the end devices and the infrastructure. Though Qualcomm does not build infrastructure, they can help build the standard features that might end up in infrastructure in the future. Qualcomm has demonstrated that good Wave coverage is possible, both indoors and outdoors, thanks to the bounces of the signal. We are not convinced that operators have fully built out their Wave networks to the degree where they are robust enough to be considered a good experience. We believe T-Mobile in New York City may be the only exception. 5G has a long road ahead of it. It will come with a lot of improvements to EMBB, but with the addition of massive IoT and ultra-low latency, all of which come with the establishment of standalone networks. Moor Insights believes that the industry's work is focused on standalone networks and that we may see standalone networks much earlier than most people are anticipating. While the 5G rollout is at a much higher pace than the prior 4G, both from a device and infrastructure standpoint, comprehensive 5G coverage across the United States is still 2 to 4 years away. All 5G enablements, both Qualcomm-based and non-Qualcomm-based, will not be the same, and it is likely that many consumers will have uneven experiences, especially in late 2019 and 2020 from a service availability and coverage standpoint. Consumer confusion is likely to be significant as terms like wave and spectrum are not well understood by most consumers, and especially their implications. Qualcomm did successfully demonstrate that non-loss applications of 5G did perform well with the appropriate 5G cellular infrastructure equipment, particularly in dense areas. There is still some doubt about non-loss performance, and there have been media reports of poor 5G performance in cities like Chicago where broadband speed and access have been underwhelming. Qualcomm continues to successfully position itself as the best company to lead the 5G transition because it owns the entire deployment stack, technology at the device level, technology at the infrastructure level, their longtime relationships with the major carriers across the world, and their tribal knowledge of what is needed for complex rollout transitions like 5G.